Also you've been open about smoking and about talking about legalization. And how would you say? I mean, at this point, just looking through the stats, recreational use of marijuana is legal in 18 states. Medicinal is legal in 36. How do you think attitudes have evolved? Because there still is a ways to go, but how do you think attitudes have evolved around weed as opposed to the first time you ever smoked?
Well, of course. I mean, I think that's the whole point of living, is that hopefully our attitudes evolve. So yeah, they're evolving, but I think, in my opinion, I think cannabis is it's consciousness medicine. And so just the nature of anyone that starts to consume cannabis, they become more aware. And I think that's what freaks people out. It's funny. I was talking talking to a bunch of my friends, and it's one of these things about guys, right? At least my experience, right? You get around guys and there's all this bravado, but a lot of times cannabis comes in, you start passing something around, the bravado drops down, and you get to have like a real conversation with someone. And so as we're having these kinds of conversations, guys start sharing their experiences when they first started smoking and how it kind of freaked them out because they would smoke and then they would start thinking about all the dumb, mean shit that they've been doing in their life, and it didn't feel good. And so they're like, I don't want this stuff. I don't want to think about those things. But but if we understand what this really is, that's the purpose of it, right? So we can have that reflection, so we can be better, so we can do better. And so having those kinds of conversations, I like that's what I live for. And so that's why that's the main reason cannabis is important in my life, because it helps me be a better person. Sometimes when you're all stuck in it and you can't get that perspective, it's like we hide from ourselves.